Dear viewers, welcome to the one-on-one set. Tonight we'll be talking about billiards as a sport. In fact, Mauritius will be hosting the first Commonwealth Billiards Championship this year in the month of July. And we have with us the president of Mopool organization, Venisha Gooriah, who will talk to us more about this prestigious event and how billiard is actually practiced and the different variations of that discipline. Venisha, thank you so much for joining us in the studio of the NBC tonight.
Thank you. And hi, everybody. It's indeed a pleasure.
Venisha, Mauritius will be hosting the first Commonwealth Billiard Championship, and there'll be around maybe over 100 of athletes who will be coming to our country from 35 to 40 countries, right? So, before we dive more into that event, tell us a bit about your background and how did you get involved into organizing this championship and beyond itself as a sport.
Well, hi again, everybody. My background is I am an educator psychotherapist by profession and not a professional player, a very, very, very casual player. And why billiards and why Mauritius is because I had a vision as a Mauritian. I had a vision of bringing Mauritius to the world. We are known as one of the best holiday destination around the world, right? But it is not only that. Mauritius also has a culture. Mauritius has a heart. Mauritius has a soul. And there is no better platform than sports to make Mauritius known around the world. So from my point of view, the Billiard Commonwealth Championship 2025 is one of the biggest reasons to make our little paradise island known around the world.
Definitely, Venisha. But let's start with the basics. Could you maybe explain to us what is billiards as a sport and does it actually have a different variation as well?
Yes, in fact, billiards covers every sport that is played with a cue. Okay,
Okay.
what is a cue? It is the stick that everybody knows, and it covers many disciplines. We have a table, we have balls, the billiards balls, and the cue, right? And different types of cues for different discipline. It is like any other sport having different categories. Same with billiards too, right? So for the Commonwealth, we'll be having four categories of the cue sport. It will be the hay ball, originate from China, the 10 ball, okay, or American pool, the black ball, and snooker. These are the most played discipline around the Commonwealth countries. And this is why we have included these four disciplines in our Commonwealth competition this year.
Okay. And billiards also has a rich history stretching back into centuries. So could you maybe walk us through its evolution from its roots to the professional sport that it is today?
Yes, the history, it is very, very long ago. Okay, it originated from France, from that game called croquet. And it was brought indoors by the King Louis XI. And after that, it became very popular in the European countries, and afterwards flew to the Americas. And when anything goes to America, we know what impact it has on the world. It is same for billiards too.
Yes, that's true. And many people believe that it's only a hobby, a recreational purpose, but in fact, it's also practiced as a sport in various countries. So, why do you think that this sport has maintained its allure as both recreational and professional sport over time?
Well, of course, anything that we practice as a sport start with the amateur level, like we all know, right? Like for billiards, it start in clubs, in hotels room, and for very casual play. Yet, as a sport, we have the same drive to be the best. We have the same drive. All the professional cueists have the same drive to conquer, to be the best.
Yeah.
and to be known professionally, to be paid to play. Because just as soccer players, football players, these professional QS are also very well followed by fans, by sponsors. And this gives billiards a very great reputation to be played as a professional sport.
This sport is also actually referred as a mind game, mind game sport. What do you think makes it unique in terms of skill, strategy, precision compared to other disciplines?
Definitely, it is a mind game because we have our opponent. And when we are playing on the table, it is not always like, no matter how we master the table, how much we master it, it is not always in our favor, not always in the favor of the player, right? So we have to understand what will our opponent do. So that is the mind game. This is when we know we have to apply our mind. And when we were expecting a shot, it does not happen. What happened then? We have to keep our calm. We cannot be angry or be frustrated. It cannot be shown on the table, because the moment it is shown on the table, the opponent is waiting for that
Yeah.
opportunity for you to be destabilized, right? So this is why we always say it is a mind game, because there is, of course, the hand, the eye coordination, but at the same time, mastering of yourself instead of mastering the table and the cue.
That's so true. And how does the training actually go for this sport?
Like any sport, practice make you a good player, but excellent practice make you an excellent player. This is how we have to apply everything. All the techniques that we learn, we have to learn it from the basics in a very good way, right? So we need to have a very good professional coach who understands the tables and the cue himself to be able to deliver the best he can give to his student, right? So this is why it is so important to have the best from the beginning itself. Because when we start with what we say very malpractices, what will happen? We will continue that and we will think we are doing the good thing. But no, it is not the good thing.
Yeah.
But when you have someone to correct you from the beginning itself, then we know we are on the right track and nothing can stop us to be a professional.
Yeah, indeed. Could you also explain to us the format of the game and for the Commonwealth, how it's going to be, the duration, the rules?
Well, there are different rules for different disciplines. We will be having, Marpol organization will be having professional referee training for our very own Mauritian referees, right? So this, during that training, we will learn differently about different rules to be applied during the Commonwealth Games, right? Because all the games, like I've said, these are very different discipline with different table having different rules and regulation. So all these things will be learned by our local referees, and we will apply everything as per the WCBS rule, and which is direct from the International Olympic Committee.
And I mean, it's a great pride for Mauritius to host the inaugural Billiards Commonwealth Championship. So, what are the factors that led, to this decision of Mauritius being the host country?
First of all, like I've mentioned in the beginning, Mauritius is more than just a holiday island. Mauritius can definitely provide these services to the world too. We just need to be determined and persevere. And it takes only one person to make history, like we always say. And this time, we have taken the decision at Marpol organization to make that history, to come with that inaugural championship for billiards, right? This is because, as an educator myself, I want to educate our fellow Mauritian that we are capable. We are capable to match the world. We are capable to give world-class treatment to international athletes as well as to our local athletes too. And this is why this has come to Mauritius this year.
But to organize a global event of this scale requires top-notch facilities. So, where is it going to be held? Tell us a bit about the venues, the standard being put in place for this championship.
Well, the venue is one of our best hotel in Mauritius. It is the Ravenna Latitude Hotel, right? It has a big conference room, and the competition will be there, so that our athletes there knows they are in a resort, and a resort is not only to relax. A resort can also be relax, work, play, sports, everything, and it will facilitate our athlete also, because they won't have to move from one place to another. Everything you want to relax, the pool is there. You want to look at the sea and admire our sandy beaches, it is there. And you also have time to go and play. You are just walking distance from your room. You walk from your room and you go to the venue and you play.
Yeah, so I think beyond the competition itself, this event will also enable players from different countries to appreciate our country and, also inspire the young talents, right?
Very true. Very, very true. Like I've said, our youngsters nowadays, they are a bit lost in that rectangular thing that we call the smartphone. And having this competition with the great players who will be around in Mauritius, on the island, the best player in Carom, one of the discipline under Q Sport, will be here. Okay, he's Korean and he will be here on the island. This will inspire our youngsters to give their best, not only on their
Yeah.
smartphone in a virtual reality, but in the concrete reality itself. This is what, as educators, we want to do: inspire our youngsters to be better.
And the Mauritian delegation will actually include around 8 athletes. So, can you tell us about the selection process and how it will go, and how many men and women will be there for to represent Mauritius?
There will be 8 athletes, 4 men and 4 women. As the host country, we are allowed to one per category, 1 man and
Okay,
1 woman. It's been two per category, right?
okay.
And the selection process will be done in a very fair way. Okay, it will start in mid-Feb and will end by end of April, right? Where we will be very fair in our qualifiers, with our referees, with our all the players, and even the Olympic Committee has accepted to give a helping hand to Marpol organization. So everything will be done in a very fair manner.
And how do you view the level of our Mauritian athletes, to participate in this Commonwealth
Oh,
competition?
we do have very good players. We do have talent on this island. Yes, we are not, unfortunately, given the opportunities from very early age, right? Because in our education system, I'm there for the past 20 years, so I know we are too academic. But when we see the European athletes, I was in Bridlington last year, and when we see the Fédération Française de Billard, when we see those players, when we see the level, we ask them, but how? They say, but all our billiard tables are in our schools.
Yeah.
So if it is in the school, definitely you will be the best, because you learn how to be excellent in school. So I really hope that in some way our Ministry of Education will help a little bit, because we will be having all the tables available in Mauritius. It won't be difficult to put one in our academies, in our secondary school, in our universities, to form our athletes there, so that they can be professional, not only academically, but in sports also.
That's indeed true. But has any competition been held before, where our Mauritian athletes have taken part in it, be it international or even, national?
Uh, last year, last year itself, I've sent 10 athletes internationally. Okay, Marpol organization existed since 2024, sorry, 2024. It's only 1 year. This year in February, it's our 1 year anniversary. And in 1 year, I have sent 11 athletes, 10 to 11 athletes internationally. So this is a proof that the opportunity has been created and our athletes are very much capable. We even sent a para athlete to Los Angeles last year. I was with him among so many players around the world. So it means, yes, we do have talent. We just lack opportunities.
Wonderful. And for this event, how many for this championship? How many medal events we are going to have?
Well, it is 30, 32.
32.
32, yes.
And we don't have a specific age categories
No.
for that.
You are the best in your country. You are allowed to play. If you are 11, 12, 13, and you are the best, you've won in your country, you come and you play.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's wonderful. And how many clubs do we have in Mauritius where youngsters can practice the sport?
Well, all our clubs are open to the public, right? But the Joy Billiards Academy is a very new academy in Mauritius. And there we have an international coach to coach you. The word academy itself says that we are here to coach you to be a professional player. It is not there for casual play with all, billiards sometimes have a very bad reputation, for
Yeah.
clubs and with alcohol, etc. But no, if you want to be a professional athlete, you need discipline. And where there is professional training, there is no alcohol. It is a school, and we respect that. And more of our clubs are being inspired by this academy to be an academy themselves. And under Marpol organization, we will be sending coaches to all the clubs who are affiliated to us, not permanently there, but the coach will go there and maybe train Mauritians to be coaches. Why not? And then to form our athletes to be at a professional level.
You rightly pointed out that billiard is not yet a mainstream sport in our country. So do you feel that this Commonwealth Championship will help to educate and engage our local community about this discipline?
Oh, definitely. Definitely, because everything that happened locally in our country revives curiosity, right? And when people are curious about it, if they see that their friends, maybe, if our young players make it to the Commonwealth, they will say, but if he can, I also can. So this will definitely inspire others to go and train to be professionals.
So are there more plans to establish some coaching programs and competition so as to build a stronger foundation for the sport?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Like I've said, our coach is already here. This is one of our coaches. And we will make sure that every year we have one international professional player who come on the island to meet our athletes, to give training. Because, professional players, the best one, they have some little techniques, the secrets, like we say. If they come, they will definitely give that to our players. And seeing that, the world is a global village nowadays. And if the world is talking about Mauritius, then Mauritians will ask themselves, oh, the world is talking about my country, about what? Oh, for billiards. So let me go and try. And that let me go and try, it is the beginning of the professional journey, because every professional was once a beginner.
Yeah, and we are going to have around 35 to 40 countries which will participate for this Commonwealth. So who do you think, for which countries will be fierce competitor?
Ooh,
Yeah.
in billions we cannot really say it, but if we see people around the world, we know that France. France is not part of the Commonwealth, but when we played in England, I've seen them. British people are very good in billiards. Okay, British people are very, very good in billiards. Yet we have very good players, like I've said, in Mauritius, and nothing can be said that one is better than the other. Everyone has a fair chance to win.
Okay. We are actually drawing towards the end of this episode, but before that, Venisha, so how's the preparation going for that championship? And beside the Commonwealth Championship, what can we look forward to another billiard competition for this year?
Well, very good question. In fact, lots of meetings, lots of sleepless nights, lots of organizing committees that we are setting up to make it happen, because we have to remember it is the first time ever that Mauritius is hosting a Commonwealth Championship.
Yeah.
We have so many disciplines, so many types of sport, yet for the first time ever, Mauritius has dared to take billiards at that level.
Responsibility.
Great responsibility. But I have faith we will deliver beyond expectations.
Wonderful. Thank you, Venisha. It
My
was a
pleasure.
delight to have you on the set tonight and learn more about this wonderful sport.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Dear viewers, we have now come to the end of this episode. Thank you for your time. We hope to catch you next week at the same time, same channel. Have a great evening.